Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, we ready. So you may want to, when she's talking and stuff, and then
Okay.
we'll try to get out.
As I was saying, my name is Dana Hendry. I am with the Inlet Protection Company. Who we are is we've worked with several municipalities across Texas and across the states, the eastern states. We've worked up in Virginia some and along the East Coast. We have developed several types of curb inlet protectors. Now, the one that we began with is going to be used on your heavy construction sites. And what we use a 3-pound landscaping fabric, and the reason that we use this is so that when these are designed to be left in during the rainstorms. You know, your typical inlet protectors that are out there, if you get a 2-inch rainfall, your contractors have to go out there and remove those so you don't have any flooding of properties or anything. So what we use is a 3-pound landscaping fabric that's been tested, and it has a flow rate of up to 275 gallons per square inch on a 10-foot device. Now, from there, we worked with several cities, such as Austin, with the Watershed Protection Development Department, and that's how we determined all of our flow rates. Now, since then, there's been 18 cities in Texas that have actually modified their construction criteria and called for our product or an approved equal. Now, on our website, you can find links to help your city implement criteria for your contractors. There's different links on there that can help you with that. But from there, what we did, we started working with cities. A lot of the cities are concerned with the new retrofits because the EPA's setting down all these new regulations where they want NEMS for cities to start doing some type of retrofit project. So what we've done is a lot of our engineering firms that we work with, they specify this design here, which uses a hardware cloth. Now, we not only have this one, but we have another one that has a built-in 2-inch overflow. So just according to, you know, so that would probably work really well for y'all because y'all get a lot more rain. And what that does is it will have this type of hardware cloth on the unit, and then we'll put a strip of the landscaping cloth across the bottom, so that it captures all your sediment at the bottom, but it still allows the water to drain through so that you don't have any flooding problems. Now, as you can see, any type of filtration media that we use can very easily be removed and replaced. So they're very reusable for your contractors to use on one project and then take it out and replace the fabric with the hardware cloth themselves without having to send it back to us and use it on another project. Some engineers want them to leave them in, and then once the heavy construction's over, they simply remove the landscaping cloth and you have your trash controls and your post-construction pre-installed. All of our systems are street sweeper friendly, so you can literally get the brushes down next to them and have them do your maintenance for you if you street sweep often. We have several types, not only this, we have another type we didn't bring with us, but it can be found on our website, and it will actually open with 5 pounds of pressure. It has a gate that will open this way. It works kind of on a tension device. So if you have an area that's not getting a lot of attention and you're afraid of it building up and then flooding when you get a big rainfall, it's not going to happen because if that pressure hits it, it's going to open it enough to let the water bypass, and it's still going to trap the better part of your larger debris at the bottom. The type that we're installing for you today is made with a simple panel, a horse panel. It's just primarily going to stop like your plastic bottles and your cups and trash, your larger trash. This type here will allow your leaves and stuff to go through. A lot of engineers believe that the leaves are part of the rejuvenation system in the rivers, and they want to see them bypass. They just want to keep out the large trash. So that's when we install something like this. They're all very easily They're very easily installed and removed. So if there was a problem, then one of your public works guys or whoever's not going to be down there trying to cut welds or anything else because they can be easily removed at any time. Now, if you are concerned with them being easily removed by just anybody, there are things that we can do and that you can do. You can put a simple tack weld on each of the ends of the brackets, because all of y'all have the metal boxes. And that'll trap them in there enough to where they're not going to be easily pulled out. We have the top with the hardware cloth and the 2-inch overflow. We have had over 700 of those units throughout the city of Dallas for over 4 years now. And they are continuing to order not only for all of their parks, but their equipment service centers and around where the city's working and any high traffic areas. They use them at all festivals, any type of big gatherings where you're going to have a lot of foot traffic. Now, they like ours because it typically sits behind the face of the curb and you're not going to have any pedestrian hazard or any traffic hazard. Now, what we do with cities, another thing that we do and that we offer is what we call pilot projects. We are not coming in here and expecting any city to go throughout their city and put these in every inlet. We know that that's just not going to happen. It's not feasible and it's not a smart thing to do. What we do suggest, though, is that you start what we call our pilot projects. And that's where you pick out 20 to 30 inlets in a controlled area. You get your public works department. We can come install them, or as you can see, they're so simple that they can pretty much install them themselves. They all work the same way. They work on a bracket system that expands and traps inside the throat of the inlet. But during this pilot project, what we do in the first year is we kind of follow with you, and that gives your public works department an opportunity to learn how to maintain them and how to, as I was saying, you can use the street sweepers to pretty much do your maintenance for you. They just need to be checked maybe once after every heavy rainfall, or maybe once or twice a month by site. What Dallas has done is they've assigned 2 guys, and they do nothing but take care of the inlets. They drive all across the city, and that's what they do. Each week they drive by and take a look at them. If they need to be swept in front of, they're swept in front of. They're really easily maintained. Now, the cost for something that has just the fabric, just the landscaping cloth, you're looking at $20 per linear foot. The hardware cloth, if the hardware cloth is all the way across, that'd be $20 as well. Now, if you go and you put a 2-inch overflow in it, that's a little more. It's going to be $25 per linear foot. If you use this type here, it's going to be $25 per linear foot. We also have 2 other types on our website that you can see. One of them is designed for the combination grates that have the opening and the grate in front of the inlet. And it uses a very heavy-duty catwalk grate. Those are a lot more expensive because they're a lot more heavy-duty. They're going to run you about $45 per linear foot.
What are your opening sizes?
We can make them to fit any type of inlet, any height, any length. We make 3 standard stock sizes, which are 3s, 5s, and 10s. But we can make them to fit anything. They typically, if you just order them straight, like a 3-foot, a 5-foot, a 10-foot, they can easily be cut down. If you get it on site and it's a little under, you just take a pair of bolt cutters and you can pretty much fit it to the inlet. And the opening will go, our standard bracket will open to 11 up, I believe. 11.
Well, one goes to 8 and one goes to 11. But I can make them to go as high as 18, whatever you need.
Okay. Did y'all have any questions?
I know as far as you can turn it off, but